Alright guys, we are on a house wash today. It's actually not bad at all. This is for a realtor. This is the second house that we have gotten, and from this one company, and just taking all my pictures. And you know, I think in this business, if you can get in with a real estate company, I think you would be really, really good. So this one, you know, is from nobody that I know. And I even had to ask the lady a second time, hey, who was it that recommended us? Because I didn't know who she had said. And I got this one, and I think the last house I showed you, all because sharing posts on Facebook. So you got like some spots up there, nothing major, but I mean this house is nothing. I tried selling them a roof wash, they wasn't interested in that. So I didn't even mention the sidewalk, but I mean there's a little staining there. It would help the house. I think it'd make it look like a new house if it had it. But anyway, they didn't want it, and that's fine. Definitely, they said they just had the shutters painted, so I'm definitely gonna take pictures of that to make sure that I'm covered. But yeah, you just gotta cover your hind end. I'll tape that doorbell up because these people don't even live here. They're in Chicago, and so I want to make sure that everything is documented. Go back, get that. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty easy house to do. But what I was getting at is a lot of times I share stuff on Facebook and I'm thinking, man, I know I'm driving these people crazy. They see my ads all the time, but it brings in business. And if you see something over and over, and then you need something, you'll know who to call. This is what happened here. I don't know who it was that recommended us to this lady, but this is the second house we've done for them in a week, and you know, hopefully it'll just keep going this way. I have this, it's like a vinyl tape, weatherproof painter's tape. It works great. It's like a vinyl, but I use it too, and then I'll tape that up. All right, I got my doorbell painted up. That's waterproof, so I'm not gonna worry with it. Documented everything, so I'm gonna pull some hoses. And get this one knocked out. All right, guys, we finished up here. You seen all that green that was there. Man, this should have been an easy in and out, but took a little longer than expected. Just because I'm still using my 2 to 3 gallon tips for downstreaming, and I didn't know what mixture to use, so I didn't want to run it too hot. So I actually had it diluted way too much. I just had a little bit of green there and up there on some of them dormers, and I mean just a little bit, and it took 3 times to get them to where I was satisfied with them. Wiping this off, had a little something I didn't even think about. I come through here and I thought, you know, it's just a porch, gonna be vinyl on the inside. Well, then I realized that there's green all down through the bottom. This up here is oxidized because of the roof. Or not oxidized for the roof, but it was black because of the roof. So I really thought I'd be in and out on this one, you know, about an hour, which is not a race, but I also knew I was gonna have to get my tips right. So when I got done with that back, it was metal, and I went ahead and wiped it down. It's not something I would normally do, but until we get a rain and it rinse it as good as I need it to. See, like here, all this, all that, this dormer on both sides, that dormer, all the dormers were bad. Like I said, we tried to sell them a roof wash. They wanted that scraped off, but I wouldn't want to scrape it. I wasn't going to try to do any damage to the shingles. I don't do that. I'd spray it and let it die, but not there's my property protection pillar right off of there. Yeah, that would have been bad news. With them being in Chicago and me not having, let's see, if we could have done this sidewalk and the steps and the roof, this place would have been looking good. Then it would just been up to the landscape guy to keep the grass mowed looking good. This neighbor over here needs a roof wash, house wash, but all this was pretty much non-existent. There was nothing over here, honestly. And so here you see that metal. So that gave me a little bit more headache than I thought it would. But all this got rinsed real good. Of course, all the landscape stayed soaked. The places on the windows, like let's see, where did it go? Like this right here. I took pictures of that ahead of time because I'm not going to be liable. I rinsed the windows really good to try to make them better because they were pretty horrible when I started, but they still don't look that great. But I rinsed them pretty good. But anyway, oh, loving the new machine. It's something to get used to. I got to get my tips right or my mix right, one or the other, or both. Last week I must have just been in a hurry, or must have just been like Superman. But this thing's felt like I'm a strongman in a strongman contest, lifting up one of them big round stones. That mug is heavy. And so right now that came with 50 foot of extra hose that I have here, but of course I got 100 there, but I'm either gonna get, and I'm just keeping this for a backup, I'm gonna have to get another 200 foot or another 100 foot of hose and have that for 250 and get a bigger hose reel. That's gonna have to be in the next month. If not, I'm gonna be laid up somewhere with my back broke, because I never claimed to be strong, and I keep trying to find different ways to pick this up and put it up in there until we can get it ready. Main thing after today, is it's been running and not grabbing that up. So, but I'm loving it. Everything's worked great on it so far. It's really loud. I don't like loud noises, and so when I'm around it, it absolutely drives me nuts. But especially when I can just turn my pump on and not have nothing. But anyway, we're done with this one, and we'll go to the next one. We'll see you.